travels with Dottie and Dottie here. Can you see Dottie? Yeah, I think you can. It is Saturday, and what's the date? It's the 25th of January, the second to last day of the big tent. And it is cold. It said the temperature outside said 57 degrees. I don't believe it for a minute. I think it's 47. I am freezing. I'm wearing 2 coats. And I'm cold. And it's a very cloudy day. It's not terribly windy. It's still, it's still beautiful, even though it's cloudy. The mountains off in the distance, and well, let's turn so you can see what I'm seeing. So look off into that vista, those mountains. It's kind of a pretty color, even though it's very overcast. I see that sort of orange hue over the top of those mountains in the distance. I love the desert. So first we need to get rid of some garbage. A big box that my 75-pound Lossity battery came in, and get rid of that box in a bag of garbage. Then we need to go into town and we need to fill 3 propane tanks. They're not all empty, but I want to get everything filled up because that makes me feel good. And then we're gonna go visit Deborah and Frugal again at the TYSON wells at the SELL-A-RAMA. And I think I'm going to leave Dottie in the car for that. You should have seen her ears move when I said that. She's fine in the car. She's got her little bed. She'll just go to sleep. And it's plenty cool enough for her. And it's just, it's hard to film and manage her at the same time. So I'm gonna go around and film and hang out with Deborah and Frugal for a little while. And then come back here and relax in the afternoon. I'm looking forward to that. As you know, I work Fridays, and I got a couple of things going on Saturday mornings. So that means right now it's 10:57 a.m. and I am free as a bird until next Friday. So I've got the rest of the day today, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, with not a care in the world, and that just feels so good. It's still pretty crowded here, but I can already tell, like near where I am, it's starting to thin out. People are starting to leave, and like I said, if this year is anywhere near like prior years, the mass exodus will be on Sunday. People leaving for other places, and things will get back to winter normal in Quartzsite. Now, summer normal in Quartzsite, like out here, there's no one out here. I mean, there are maybe isolated people, but you gotta be a pretty hardcore camper to be out here in the desert, and when it's 110 degrees, sometimes up to 115 or so. That's kind of a big deal. All right, so how are we doing here with this? Dottie, I think the camera was sliding down a little bit, so that's a little better. Someone was saying in the comments today, because all the hard time I've been having this past week with nasty comments, and he said, I bet you missed the days when all the criticisms were the dog hair on your shirt and the people not liking it that you were driving with the camera facing you instead of the road. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I should have been smiling and more grateful back then that those were the complaints people had about me. Heck, that's nothing. I got some dog and cat hair in my shirt, and my camera's not pointed the preferred way. Those are pretty minor complaints. I should have been, if I could go back in time. That was a song, right? If I could go back in time, I would let that roll off my back like water off a duck's back. All right. This is a tricky little thing here. See, I'm going between people in line, but I looked down to make sure there wasn't another car coming passing them, because you could easily have an accident. And I saw that truck coming down by himself, so we're good. So we're going to go up here and we're going to do our trash. Well, this should not take more than just a second. So I have to figure out, I'll probably go on to Courtside Chatter and ask, but if anybody knows where I've got some depleted AGM batteries that I need to get disposed of, and I wonder if they take them at the transfer station. If not, do I need to go to Parker or something? Where in this area can I get rid of batteries? 12 volt, big 12 volt batteries. AGMs that have lived past their usefulness. I remember this experience I had very early in my career. I worked for a consulting firm, and we helped out businesses that were in trouble. And we were helping out a battery manufacturer, and they manufactured part of their niche was lead acid forklift batteries, these giant batteries, and they were kind of strapped for cash. And my boss, who was in charge of the account, I was pretty young, I was just kind of a gopher guy, he said, I noticed, what is all that in the back of your warehouse? He said that those are old lead acid batteries, and it was like a huge field of them. It was enormous. And he said, what are they doing there? Can't you sell them for the lead? And they go, yeah, we're waiting for the price to come back up. And he goes, oh, how long you been waiting? And the guy goes, 10 years. So we talked him into selling the batteries. It was an easy way to run him, to raise a bunch of cash. He really didn't know how many thousands of pounds of lead he had back there. And these days, it's probably illegal to have a yard full of lead acid batteries. It's probably an environmental hazard, but this was back many, many decades ago. So here we are, Dottie, back into town again. I kind of wish I could do this recording and listen to music on my beautiful new Radiohead display. But as we roll through here, it still looks like there are a lot of rigs out here, doesn't it? But this is the last day, the last full day of the Big Tent. It is open tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. But 3 p.m. it's closed. And if you go through on Sunday, there are a lot of vendors. I don't know if they have rules about how early you can leave, but I don't care what the rules are. Every year I've gone, on Sunday, I've walked through and there are a lot of empty slots with people already gone. And you would think people would be dying to deeply discount their stuff on the last day, but I really haven't found that to be true. You know, even on a cloudy day, look at those mountains in front of us and how it just looks beautiful. I can't get enough of the desert. And I never thought I was a desert guy. Never considered that the desert is a place that I love. You know, I grew up in the Northeast. Went to college in the Northeast in Boston. I lived in Florida, I lived in Virginia, I lived in Texas, I lived in North Idaho, so I never really lived in the desert. I mean, I guess there's desert in parts of Texas, but I wasn't in that part of Texas. I was in Dallas and Austin, pretty urban. But boy, did I fall in love the first time I came to Quartzsite 4 years ago. It was the COVID year. I was out here in, I think, 10 days in January of, do I have this right? 2021, was that the COVID year? I think it was. And the whole time I was out here, you know, the COVID wasn't a word that anybody knew in January. I think in February, news articles started coming about a problem in China. By the end of February, it was beginning to look like it was a big deal. But this was before that. This is in January. And I've been watching YouTube videos, and I was watching Saznak, which is a truck driver that is also an RVer, and Hobotech, Tom. And they had every year they have a camp and they invite people, let's come out camp with us. So they did that year out in Skadden Wash. And I didn't have the trailer I had now. I had a bigger, older trailer. And I'd never really pulled the trailer any meaningful distance at all. And this is the first time. And I can remember getting on an interstate for the first time. It was this truck. I think it was this truck. It was this truck, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was definitely this truck. I bought this truck in 2018. And it was a 27-foot, 8-foot wide bumper pull that weighed about 7,000 pounds. And I got out on the interstate, and that first semi went by me, and I thought, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? I don't know if I can do this. And after about an hour, I learned, I developed some muscle memory. And the muscle memory happened as follows. When a truck is coming up behind you and they're passing you, there's an air pocket that they push ahead of them, and there's a very distinctive feeling to that. So you get that feeling, and you know that it's coming, and you know the little tiny moves that you make with the steering wheel to stay in your lane, and it becomes automatic. So I made it to, and by the way, that doesn't happen with my much smaller 21-foot by 7 trailer. That does not really happen. It's not a factor. But it was with that bigger trailer. But anyway, I got to Skadden Wash and got a place to camp. And I think I had one Battle-Born battery, and that was it. And that first evening, I was sitting out looking over the desert, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And the sun was setting, and I heard the sound. I heard music. I heard a cello. And I turned my head and I looked out over the desert. In the direction I was looking, there were no RVs, but there was a woman sitting in a chair in the middle of the desert playing her cello at sunset. And I was like, oh my, this is stunning. This is amazing. And I said, I wonder if I'll see this every night. I never saw anything like that since then in all the years I've been coming here. But I did have that experience my first night. And it was, I can't tell you what she was playing, what piece she was playing, but it was beautiful. And I just loved it. I thought it was amazing. There's the Quartzsite PD pulling over somebody for a violation. Glad it's not me. So, those of you new that don't know the layout here, we're on Highway 95. We went north from La Posa South, and we're up in town here. And this is Kuehn Street, Kuehn. We're pointed north here, and Kuehn runs east to west. If I made a left here, I would be going west, and that would be into TYSON Wells, where the big tent is, and where we're going later, the SELL-A-RAMA, where Deborah and company are. So, but first we're going to get our propane tanks filled off Main Street at Patty's RV. And it's not necessarily the least expensive per gallon place, but they're very friendly. I like it there. I'm comfortable there. So if it's a few more cents a gallon, I'm going to pay it because I'm comfortable there. And now here we go. This hill we're going up is the bridge that goes over Interstate 10, which is the interstate that goes from here. If I go west, you'll end up in Los Angeles. Actually, if you keep going all the way to the ocean, you're going to end up in Santa Monica. If you go the other way, you'll end up in Phoenix in about an hour and a half or hour and 40 minutes. Phoenix, and then points east, Texas, Mississippi, Louisiana. I'm not quite sure where 10 ends. Georgia, maybe. And this is the big intersection. 95, the name here in town is Central Boulevard, but it's still 95. And Main Street to the left is west, to the right is east. I'm going to make a right turn going east on Main Street, and I will show you the various things that I know about and have visited here as we go by. And the first one is going to be Taco Mio. It's a pretty good Mexican restaurant. I've been there multiple times. And next to Taco Mio is Roadrunner Market, one of the two grocery stores that are local in town. And right across from Roadrunner, and right here, you really can't see a big sign for it, but that's my go-to laundromat. It's the biggest laundromat in town, Main Street Laundry. They have laundry and a little coffee shop and wonderful showers. And that's on your right there. And coming up on the left here is the other grocery store. Yeah, they're that close together, Coyote Fresh Foods. And it's no coincidence that it's the Coyote and the Roadrunner. They're competition, just like the cartoon Coyote and Roadrunner. Friendly competition, though. And the Family Dollar is right next to that. And I'm going to come up here, and Patty's is going to be on our right up here. And you see a sign that says Patty's Propane, Propane Enter with a big arrow. And you have Scooter's Cafe is here on this property. And if you've ever wanted to try camel meat, they have a camel burger. Yep, camel meat imported from Australia. Okay, Patty's Propane is $3.20 per gallon. And an empty tank, a 20-pound tank, will take about 4.6 gallons. So I anticipate I've got half full, three-quarter full. I'm going to guess I'll take about 10 gallons, give or take. Cost me a little over $30. Right, Dottie? Wait, we can turn this around, right? That's okay now, we're not driving. There's me, and there's the Dottie dog. Dottie, they can't see you when you sit like that. There you are. There she is. There's my Dottie dog. Do they give you treats here sometimes, Toddy? Do you get treats? Do you get food? Breakfast? She's ignoring me. I've used all the keywords. Go for a walk? That got her. I can't do you want to go for a ride in the car? Because you're already going for a ride in the car, right? So, if you need your propane tank recertified because it's old, they do that for you. Which is convenient. I don't know after how many years it needs to be certified. Mine are all pretty new, so I haven't had that experience yet. But I did have the experience that I had a bad valve on a pretty new tank and had to have it replaced. Okay, I'm going to shut her off here because this will be boring getting the propane, and I'll come back on when I'm done. So we were just over 11 gallons. I think 11.2, 11.3. It was 38, I think $38. So I am full. I got 3 full, bursting full tanks. The one was bone dry. It took 4.9. Damn. All right. Oh, I can't. I always thought I could sneak out there. That lady crossing the street, stopping the traffic, but there's traffic coming the other way too. So I just got to be patient. So let's turn this around, and I'm gonna take you over to TYSON Wells, and we're gonna see what we can do to find a good parking place to visit Deborah and in gang. And it's busy. I could be sitting here a little while.
Yes, hi.
That's Dottie.
I love Preferred and Paramp.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
And this is Dottie of Travels with Dottie on YouTube.
Dottie.
Yep.
Dottie.
Is there anybody behind me? Oh, there's somebody behind me. I'm sorry.
Yes, that's okay.
Okay.
Dottie, you're cute. Yes, I see you.
I was going to give her a sticker, but I'm holding people up. Behind me, unfortunately, I would have given that nice lady a sticker. She wanted to meet Dottie. All right. Okay, so we're back on Main Street. We're headed east. West. What am I talking about? We're headed west. And when we get up to Central, which is also 95, we're going to make a left, go over the interstate again, and make a right to head west on Kuhn Street. How's that sound? Gonna have a bit of a wait at the light here. I see the green arrow from here, so we're gonna have to wait for a whole cycle. And I'm sitting here, I'm wearing 2 jackets. So there's no way I am gonna be cold visiting Deborah and Frugal. So the things, if I kept going straight here, the places that you might be interested in, up on the left is the Quartzsite Museum. It's quite interesting. It's right next door to Silly Al's Pizza, which is a very famous pizza place here in Quartzsite. They have amazing pizza. And I'm going to have to go one more time this season at least to have some pizza. And then the pilots down there, and McDonald's, and the yacht club, and Carl's Jr. There's another pizza place on the right down there, and the name of it is escaping my 65-year-old brain at the moment. There's another pizza place. I don't think it's quite as good as, well, I take that back. the two pizza places have equal quality pizzas. They're just slightly different styles of making pizza. How's that? How is that? What do we think of that? And I prefer Silly Al's, but I'll certainly eat the other one. And guys, what is the name of that pizza? I want to say Oxford, but it's not Oxford. What is the name of that pizza place? Well, there's... And over here on the left are all these Rubicons and Jeeps, Jeep Rubicons and Bronco and stuff. Those are all for rent. And it's not that bad. I think if I remember right, it's about $240 for a half a day and around $450 for a full day. And that's comfortably, all the rigs there comfortably, very comfortably seat 4. So, see if we have any spots here. I think I see one up here, pretty close. This is real close to where Deborah and Frugel are. No, it's not a real spot. It's a spot with a little car tucked in there. There's spots over on the left though that I saw coming in. We'll be just fine. We'll have to sacrifice and walk an extra 20 feet. I think I can handle that. Well, it's maybe one of the few spots left. Sometimes it's hard to tell what people's intentions are with their vehicles. Sometimes. So you just got to be patient and careful. I'm going to pull in right next to these characters. I don't want to crowd that lady. So we're pretty far away from the car next to us, so I think we need to rearrange and be courteous and not cut down on the number of spots available. And I'm going to stop right here and see you in a minute. Okay, so here we are in the SELL-A-RAMA, and you can get an idea of, there's a place there that sells t-shirts, and then there's all kinds of, Quartzsite, Arizona. Check this out. Look at these. Quartz. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, she comes every year too.
Well, and I've lived down here and I've worked down here.
Just wanted you to see the variety of vendors that we have here. And this is called the SELL-A-RAMA. Miscellaneous stuff, various artists, coin cutting jewelry. Quite a few jewelry places. Dog treats. Good dog barkery. These things look good enough for humans, to me.
Little salt and pepper, you'd be good to go.
Good. Did you hear that? A little salt and pepper, you're good to go. I love these things. These cross sections. Look at that. They're expensive, and you know what? They should be. They're beautiful. So this is just aisles I and J, and we'll go to the next one. This is a place I've shown you before. They're here the whole season, but they have all kinds of tools and various things and little cuts of carpet and stuff. And there's Sadie and Hannah and Sadie. And here's another corridor. Got some, looks like women's clothing there on the left. And this is a honey place. More shirts. See if you need a carriage for your dog, they sell them here. You'll see a lot of those around here. You see people pushing baby carriages. There are no babies in those carriages. They're all dogs. More women's clothing, purses, leather belts. Prices and the belts that we have here. This is the store. All sorts of kind of interesting miscellaneous things. And then this is kind of the equivalent. This is the food court. See, it's surrounded by places to eat. And right here is a taste of Filipino. It's Filipino food. But next to it, this is kind of the iconic place in the food court here, and that is Walla Walla Burgers. They have amazing onion rings. I want you to check out these giant onion rings. Corn dogs, and we'll take a look at the grill. They're kind of serious here about their onions. It's no kidding. So I've had pretty much a cheeseburger a day here, so I definitely thumbs up on this one. And then over here we have Sally's Barbecue. I haven't eaten here, but let's take a look at the dishes they have. They have some sample dishes out. And there we go. $5 to take a picture. I'll be right back with the cash. And then here's Noel's Mexican food.
We've done this whole row.
And they have, I would say, a very extensive menu here. And I've heard really good things about them. And here you can get a sampling of what their menu looks like. I put over the top of your head. I don't put people on YouTube without permission. All right. And you can see a lot of people really enjoying their lunch here. Oh, and I forgot the ice cream place. The ice cream nutty bars, chocolate covered frozen bananas, nutty bars, all kinds of things here. Check it out. Root beer float, ice cream nut bar, frozen banana. Hello.
Tony's, right?
Yeah, you know who I am? Yeah.
I'm the red, white, and blue school bus.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we, my fiance Matt actually came and went to your guys' meet and greet and said hi to you guys.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
okay with being on camera?
I'm okay with being on camera.
Tell us
Hi.
about the stand here and the ice cream.
Well, actually, I just met these people. They work for the Walla Walla Burger.
Oh,
I actually
really?
met them at the beginning of this month and picked up this little gig.
Oh, cool. I love Walla Walla burgers.
Oh, they're
I eat there multiple times
fantastic.
every season. So what do we got here? We got
Frozen bananas, ice cream sandwiches, nutty bars, root beer floats, ice cream sundaes.
wow. Very cool.
I've been wanting to meet you because my fiance has it. I was like, I haven't met him, and we're not parked far from you guys.
Well, you know me now. Here, let me give you a sticker.
Oh, yay!
Let me.
I'm actually happy I caught you recording.
All right. I'll give you a couple of them.
Oh, that's awesome.
If you watch Herbie, he's
We do. We got his
and
reviews.
Herbie, out of the kindness of his heart, made these stickers for me and
No
totally surprised
way.
me with them.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was one of the kindest things anyone's done
anyone's
for me.
That's awesome.
And what was your first name?
My name's Nicole.
Nicole. And your
Yeah.
husband is Matt?
Matt, yeah.
Nicole.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue bus, which I have seen many
Yeah,
times.
Herbie actually knows us. We talk all the time on Facebook. We've met him several times. He's awesome.
All right. I'm so happy I met you.
I'm so happy too. That's awesome. If you ever want to come check out the bus, he's always home.
Okay.
So just know.
All right. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll do a little tour.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right.
You definitely can.
How long are you guys going to be here?
Hopefully until April. We're not too sure. We
okay,
are
so I got plenty of
camp
time.
hosting for the summer. So in
Where are you
Utah.
going?
Utah. We're going to Mustang Ridge.
Oh, wow. I've heard
Yeah,
that.
we just got the okay and everything, so it's.
Is this your first time camp
It
hosting?
is going to be our very first time camp hosting. The bus finally just got done being built. It took us about 2.5 years to build it. So it's finally got done. So it's our first year camping in it, and we're just so excited.
I camp hosted for Army Corps of Engineers in North Idaho. It was a great summer. I had to clean bathrooms, but it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not as bad as people think. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'll go out there and do an interview with both you and Matt.
Awesome, that's
okay?
awesome.
And
I
a
can't
bus
wait to see
tour.
the video.
Okay. It'll be published tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Right. Again, I almost left my very expensive microphone somewhere. I got to stop doing that. As I'm talking to her over the cash register there, I'm like, where's the microphone? It was over on the other side of the counter. I had just left it there. So here's this place is usually pretty popular. I think they have pretty good prices on all kinds of sunglasses. So, like a typical price is $20 or two for $35. And these are like goggles, which is probably good to wear in the desert in the dust, especially if you're in an open vehicle. Here's some interesting things for your lawn and garden if you happen to have an actual home, unlike Travels with Dottie. Oh, you know what's up here? Cinnamon rolls, fresh baked cinnamon rolls. I was a very popular guy the other day when I bought some of these for some friends of mine. And they're big, they're delicious, it's good stuff. You know, we have another whole row here. Looks like a lot of RV canopy stuff in this store. All kinds of shoes, sneakers. Let's see what they got over here. Two for $70, so $35 a piece. All kinds of options.
I didn't realize how bummed I was.
$10 walking sticks there. Walking sticks a good thing to have if you're going to do any hiking out here. That's for sure. A walking stick is definitely a good thing. And here we have all sorts of miscellaneous kinds of bargain things, ball bungees, sunglasses, wrenches. Lots of stuff for pretty low prices. They even have dollar bins. We got root farms, nuts, dried foods, and candies. Maybe I'll walk through here and show you what they have.
Hi there.
Hello. Good. So, give you a glimpse of all the different kinds of snack foods they have available here. And yes, we have another whole row. I see ahead of us kettle corn, and I got a whiskey thing going with kettle corn. No matter how big the bag, when I sit down with it, I pretty much eat the whole thing in one sitting. So I gotta control myself in buying kettle corn. Where's Scott? She's not leaving her in the car. She's in the care of Deborah. Back at her, that's where we'll end up. Deborah.
Then you go outside. I'm going to take that. Yeah.
More t-shirts. Go all the way to the end here and do, I think it's the last row. If I'm not mistaken. Fan covers. Somebody's selling a lot of those, it looks like. And everybody knows my favorite full-time, full-season K&K Kitchen Supplies. It's my favorite one. Everybody knows that. You'll probably see 3 or 4 videos per season that I do on this.
Hardened steel wheels, and it'll do it.
But when you come here, watch out for this guy. So I'm just going to go a quick run through here to kind of show you what they have. But rarely do I come through here and not find something that I didn't know I had to have. But when I see it, I suddenly know I have to have it. That's the kind of store this is. All right, and we'll go down the last road here, and we'll end up over where Deborah is. We have wild Alaskan seafood. What do they have here? Silver salmon, king salmon steaks. Very nice. I've not noticed that before. Hats, all kinds of hats. Oh, look at this, Wings on Wheels, mobile kitchen and catering. Let's see what they have here. So $1 jumbo bone-in wings, minimum of 5, smash burgers, loaded nachos, Colorado green chili, and chicken tenders basket. Oh, look at this. Glazed donuts. And these guys are known for making glazed donuts that have 0 calories, believe it or not. They're no calories. So come here and get yourself some glazed donuts. They do have calories, but they're worth every bite and every calorie. And then fry bread over here. We got beans, chili meat, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onions. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. There we go. There are your prices, and that's what the fried bread looks like. And I see some back there. It looks really good. It looks really good. You're on camera. You okay with being on camera?
I'm okay to be on camera.
Yeah.
I want you to meet my wife.
Sure.
Okay.
What's your name?
David.
Hi, David. Is your wife okay with being on camera?
Oh, yeah. We love you. Matter of fact, I've been name dropping you.
You've been name dropping me?
You know, nobody's kicked me out.
Is this your wife here? All right, you're on camera because I'm doing a video for tomorrow.
Well, hello, you two.
Yeah,
Hello.
We watched you this morning, as a matter of fact.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what are your names?
I'm Judy.
And I'm David.
Judy and David. All right.
From Southern California, near Disneyland.
All right. Anaheim?
Garden Grove.
Garden Grove. I'm familiar. I lived in LA for a while.
Okay, great.
Back in one of my stints, I was in LA from '84 to '87.
Oh, okay. During the Olympics.
I worked on the Olympic Committee.
I did too.
Because I couldn't find a job, so I got a temp job at doing payroll at the Olympic Committee in a big warehouse.
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't remember. It was '84. So how many years ago was that?
So that must have been
40 years ago.
That must have been over in by Santa Fe. No, it was right by the Long Beach Freeway.
I do remember it was huge, and the thing that I remember is they would subsidize your lunch. It was like $1 to buy lunch. That was great. Yeah.
So anyhow.
Well, it's great to meet you. What did you have
Oh,
there?
we have an
Amish donut.
Amish donut. They're right behind us.
I just went there and kidded him and said, these are great donuts. They're 0 calories.
Yeah.
The guy just laughed. Of course.
No, they're better than an average donut.
She doesn't eat donuts.
I don't eat donuts.
And she wanted one today.
And this is actually
And it's your fault.
That's my fault. Well, I will give you one of my new stickers.
Oh, we would love it.
And you know, when you're a YouTuber, there's a skill that you need, and that's to do stuff with one hand. And I'm not that good at it. But here's a couple of them.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Dottie's so cute.
And we
Look.
want more George time.
More George time.
Yeah.
I know that's gonna be
George is a little
kind of
grumpy.
a
George is
sleepy,
kind of a
grumpy
grump.
little guy, yeah.
You like George too.
Dottie's here actually. Dottie's. Do you know Deborah Dickinson?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
We know
over
who
at
she is.
Deborah's
Oh,
booth
okay.
there,
There you
sleeping.
Are you
We
gonna
thought
be
we'd
here
get
for a
that
while?
far over and at least.
Have
say
you ever
hi.
read one of her books? Amazing books. Just both the nonfiction and the fiction books. And I've known Deborah and I have known each other for 30 years.
Yeah,
so
sounds like
we're real
some
close
good
friends.
That's the cool part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to have long-time friends.
Right. Well, it's
We
great
left
meeting
all
you.
those-
I want to finish
Nice
this
to
up.
meet
and-
Sorry to slow you down, but
Oh no, that's
appreciate it.
fine. This is the best part of the video when people say, "Hey, Rob," and I get to turn around and talk to them. So thank you for that.
By the way, I forget his name, Matt, over at the kitchen place.
Liquefy, not kitchen.
Oh, Matt, the liquefied place.
well,
Matt's
we saw
our
him.
reviews.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
at the kitchen place. He wants you to stop by again. He wants to say thanks, and he understands that
Oh, you Matt's at the
kitchen. Actually, it's a spa.
K&K Kitchen, or oh yeah, I just went by there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's always so nice to me because I do videos. It's my favorite tent.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you. We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
It's always nice to have viewers recognize me and be willing to be on camera. They apologize for slowing me down. I said, "Are you kidding? The best part of the videos is people that want to talk to me." Hello. Whenever I see hats or fedora hats, I remember George Costanza's in Seinfeld, his line, you know, "I'm bald like George is." And they were talking about how back in the 40s, all the men wore hats. And George's comment was, "What a bald paradise that must have been." And Elaine says, I think it was Elaine says, "Well, you can wear a hat now." And he goes, "No, I just don't like the thought of the look of disappointment in the woman when I take it off." And here's a big area with all kinds of miscellaneous things. Looks like anywhere from $2 to $6 stuff.
He put me on one, and I was like, yeah, I think it was these exact ones. And I was like, it's kind of close here.
You can tell DVDs are past their prime when they sell them for $1 a piece, because you can stream everything, right?
Spaghetti knife.
So here's another honey place, and I say to my viewers ask me when they look in my cupboard, "Why do you have so much honey?" And it's because every woman that sells honey is attractive and kind and charming. I think it's some sort of law, huh?
We're the sweetest ones around.
But I have too much honey in my rig.
Well, that's good. That means you're sweet enough.
I'm sweet enough.
That's
Yeah.
what we're out here doing. It's just sweetening up the world, one sample at a time.
And there's the vendor that has their rigs for sale, just under $20,000 for 2022. That sounds like a pretty good price to me. So we're gonna try to make our way over to Deborah and kind of end there. And this will be the end of the video. Be back to see Dottie, who, by the way, I believe is sleeping in Bandit's bed over here. And I can tell we're getting close because these amazing, I don't know what you would call these, but they do amazing like 3D optical illusion things in the wind. And we finally made it back to Deborah Dickinson. And look who's here.
All right, well, I'm gonna walk.
Look
Hang
who
on,
we
stay
have
there. Give me a
right
few minutes,
here.
and I'll walk down and meet you.
There's Dottie. And I know.
No, stay
You
right where
guys-
you are at Tyson Walk at the game store. Oh, where?
Such a
where
good
are
girl. You were good, weren't you?
Oh, you're just pulling in. Okay. We'll go to
Can I, when you're done filming, can I get a clip of you walking up?
Yeah.
Okay, honey.
Hit the wrong button. Anyway, that is the tour for today, and it was so much fun running into a couple of viewers and being able to talk to them for a while. I think that was the best part of the video. So I want to thank you for watching this long. You are all rock stars if you watch to the end of this video. Thank you, and I'll see you all tomorrow.